Stevie would have been shouting. Stevie's dog was sitting at home going, who the hell's that man shouting at? But, you know, I didn't expect anything greatly different. I didn't expect Liverpool to get hammered like they did 2 weeks ago. But I didn't expect them all of a sudden to be the Liverpool of old. And they were going to come down to the Amex and roll this Brighton team over. A Brighton team with changes, a change in goal, a change at centre-back, a change in midfield, a change up front again. Caicedo, who has arguably been the best player, but there's been many, like Duncan, like Mitoma and others, McAllister. But he's still a big player missing. These players were all missing or changed for Brighton, and yet they've still disposed of the holders of this competition. I kind of think that tells you where one of these clubs are at the moment and the other is in Liverpool. You don't. Come on, Brighton fans, you don't. Come on. I mean, we were talking about it. They lost Basuma. Terrific player, not playing all the time at Tottenham. Just recently, we're looking at that. Mopé to Everton, Trossard to Arsenal. Now Caicedo is probably going to go. Maybe not. Maybe Brighton and Mr. Bloom will stand firm and Arsenal will wait. And we have this guy Mitoma, and we have a World Cup winner in McAllister. I mean, it tells you that Brighton are doing so many good things with their transfer policy and their recruitment. But it's also has to be frustrating when you're seeing all these great fines coming in, and they are, because the average soccer fan will not have watched the majority of these players and go, I've never seen him play before. Isn't he a fantastic player? But they are a selling club, and that's the frustration. And so Mitoma has been, and it's not just today, it's been over the course of the season for Brighton for sure. He's been outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Solly March has stepped his game up. All these guys have stepped up under De Zerbi, but yeah, I mean, it just means there are more eyes on your players and the difficulty in trying to keep them, which has to be so frustrating. But I tell you what, as for today again, changing the team up and still the best team. Yeah,
what else is frustrating for Liverpool is losing to Brighton lately. What went wrong for them in the latest meeting, Don?
Do you know what? Not a lot, I don't think, Kay. I think when you look at the first goal, massive deflection. I thought Liverpool were better today. I think Klopp will take aspects from the game where I think he'll be happy with. The scoreline's the scoreline. They scored a great goal at the end. But this is a Brighton side that in the 3 games has scored 8 goals against Liverpool. They're a team, as Craig said, they're on the up. Their confidence is there. And it's a thing in football that you can never measure, a team's confidence. You see Mo Salah going through a couple of times. Last season, seasons before, he takes one or if not both of them chances. Now he can't buy a goal. So I think Klopp will look at it and think, well, there were certain aspects of the game we got right. I can remember being on the show after the 3-0, and I think Craig might have been on, Stevie was definitely on. And I said to Dan, it was one of them games, the 3-0, where you can take 0 away from the game. They got battered in all departments. I think today's game was a little bit different, where Klopp will do when they're doing the analysis of the game and they watch the game back, there was loads of closing down. They were trying to step onto Brighton a lot higher up the pitch. They're still playing against a good side. So the scoreline's the scoreline. It's another one for Liverpool to take on the chin. They've got to react. But if they react in the same way as they did today, with a slightly better performance in front of goal, their next 2 games are Wolves and Everton, 2 big games for them.
But it wasn't a brilliant performance, Don, was it? I mean, I get it. No. I get it. It was better, but they're still missing that intensity, and we're dealing on crumbs here. They'll take something away from another defeat because it was better. That's kind of a million miles from where they were.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.